Hello there.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Lego here. Hope you're all doing well, and it kind of dawned upon me that I should maybe record our intro to this video. In this video, we're going to be going ahead and we're going to clean out our minifigure display case here, reorganize it a bit here, clean it up, and I can't wait to show you guys on how this is going to look. I have some cool ideas for this, somewhat here and there, and I want to do the intent purpose of making this entirety of this display case. There's a big mess down here, especially purely for our minifigures, some of my most favorite ones. This here is where I keep all of our Star Wars minifigures, more of our rarer minifigures, or maybe type of themed ones like the Disney ones here. We have the Muppets over here, some Marvel over here in this corner here as well, and then a couple of one-offs like Aang rather, sorry. Right here we have Velma right here, who's a high valued minifigure at 80 United States dollars here. I know, right? Just for that. Dobby, he's a classic, he's a favorite, he is the original Dobby actually, from way back when. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through this. I think the main problem is that I've really been just kind of throwing stuff in here. You guys can tell, especially over here, just kind of throwing minifigures in here because, well, why not? Just not really giving them all that much of a home, or properly placing them within here is kind of a little bit of a problem, especially down here. I feel like this whole conglomerate back here as well, and I'd also love to clean this up here a little bit more, make it look more presentable. This here is kind of just a stash of different type of seasonal sets here, rather, such as Christmas or Halloween sets, as well as occasional other ones like this dinosaur or this alligator down here, or the the Batman car down there, that don't really seem to fit all that much, or I don't really have all that much room for them. Same thing for this rocket, that car back here, and this Star Wars ship right here, this bounty hunter ship. These are all going to come out. This year, on top of that, is probably one of our more rather long overdue projects, I think, here in our Lego room. We've been working a whole lot on our shelving over here, a little bit on our Lego City, which is due for an update here in a minute or so here. Not rather a minute in this video, but you know what I mean. In a couple days or so, I'm going to go through and update some of the stuff here in our city, as well as down here. I have much stuff going on down here as well. I'll actually be using this side of the table for placing our minifigures. What I'm just going to do, I'm going to gut it all out, place them all over here, organize them, and place them all back on in here. I also have quite a few minifigures over here that are eventually going to have to find a separate home because of the whole shelving ideal and plan that we have going on here, is that these shelves, or the top here, aren't going to be presentable anymore, as we're going to be stacking these 2x3 shelves up higher, and that there's going to be for the intent of creating more space for displays of actual sets, and then having just about pretty much all of our minifigures in this display case if they aren't with their sets, or like inside of the sets, like the Falcon over here, or maybe something like this with a Batman eating a cookie, riding a dinosaur type of thing, or maybe the Mandalorian. Those types of minifigures that don't fit those kind of categories are either going to be stored in this type of ideal, or maybe rather inside its actual set that it came with, such as in here we have Finn, and we have 3PO in here, who's been in here for like the last 6 months. Yeah, or like maybe these guys, all the Hobbit guys, go with the Hobbit hole. It makes sense, of course. I think all these monsters make sense to go with the haunted house right here, haunted mansion. And if it's not going to go with its set, or inside its set, or be displayed separately as such, or go inside of our case over here, then it's going to go inside of our city. This here is rather probably one of our also more harder projects here, because it's just kind of difficult. It's a work in progress to sort out these minifigures and kind of figure out the best display options for them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and I'll update you guys. One last thing before I get started here that I'd like to mention that makes this all a whole lot more difficult is that some of these are rather more higher valued minifigures. It makes it, I don't know, I just feel like I have to be more, oops, sorry, hit Chewbacca. I just feel like I need to be a little bit more careful and precious when I'm touching some of these minifigures, such as the Velma, as I mentioned, or the Lego Aang right here from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think it was anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks alone. Oh, this green Iron Man right here, he himself, I think, goes for around 30 to 50 United States dollars here as well. So we do have quite a few of the pricier type of minifigures in here, and this is something I'd like to actually acknowledge a little bit more, because those are some prized possessions of mine. All these clones here, I think it goes without saying, they're all just about worth, these Phase 2 ones at least over here, not that, knocked them over, not these Clone Wars ones back here so much, but these ones up here are all worth a good portion, anywhere from $10 to $15 alone, which is still fairly valuable in my book. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd hop on here. You guys know the vibe here, okay? We got Minecraft music. Let me turn that down. Actually, it's raining outside, so it's a must, okay? But anyway, a couple days now here has actually passed, and I went ahead and I've got this all figured out, and I'm not completely in love with it, but it's a whole lot better. It's really just an in general cleanup here. And I even added a Darth Jar Jar right here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's fairly self-explanatory, and I will go through each and every single one of these minifigures. I just think I'm gonna do that at a later time in a different video here on the channel. When you come down here, shelf one lower, you have rather more pop culture type of characters down here, as well as our Marvel ones, which are eventually going to expand into like something bigger as like the Star Wars ones up here. So as you guys can see, we also got some Superman ones here. We got Aang from Airbender. We got Velma, which is valued at 80. I think that's my most priceless prized possession minifigure here. Dobby, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Krabs, these Muppet guys. So yeah, oh yeah, Mickey Mouse and all these guys over here as well. And as I had showed you guys a couple days ago, well, at least for me and that previous clip there for you guys, I had taken all these minifigures out of here, gutted it all out essentially, and I had it all set up right here. And now, this is something completely different. I've cracked open our UCS Cantina right here, and I began working on this again. Now, the context and the backstory for this is quite the story here. I actually got this all the way back in February of 2022, earlier this year, and I started building it, and I really liked it. I got to like bag 3, 4 with it, and I stopped. I just stopped. I got too busy with school and work, and then running all of our Instagrams and YouTube channels and just that type of stuff here as well. So I said I'll just hold on to it, and I'll build it when I graduate from high school. And I graduated from high school, and I hadn't touched it all of June for that month, and now it's July. So hey, better start on it. And this thing is honestly massive. Like, this is massive. Okay, I don't know if it's like, I'm looking here at the camera, I don't think it really translates to how big this thing is so far. I'm about actually halfway. We're starting on bag 9 now. And yeah, I love the minifigures that are included in this and everything. I actually want to make a review video here on this, so that would probably be like my first review, I guess, if you want to consider it, here on the channel. I want to get into more reviews here rather than just like first thoughts or talking about news or rumors and leaks and that type of stuff, or also talking about our Lego room or our Lego city here or Lego shelving and displays. But I would love to start talking and making Lego reviews on actual sets, even if they are, have been out and aren't necessarily the newest and most freshest thing available. Anyway, aside from all that, back on over here, I am quite in love with how this turned out here. It's going to be a work in progress. It's going to be changing continuously, and I have things I'd rather prefer have done different. I also have a handful of other minifigures that will be coming from over here on this side. All of these minifigures have to go over into the display case or into the city. Probably gonna put these Muppets into the city, to be honest. Some of our custom minifigures right here, I'm gonna put those probably just into into the display case, or maybe have them on their own displays, because I have an RV build here for our Breaking Bad characters I want to put them with. If you guys know from the show, I think would be really cool to have that. Aside from that, I have a few First Order troops right here with Kylo Ren and some officers and that type of stuff. Mandalorians. All these monsters right here are going to stick with the house, the Haunted Mansion house right here. That's going to be going in the city. Down here we got our 501st Clone Army. I want to add that onto our normal Clone Army, though, that we have on over here with our Wrecker helmet. If you guys were wondering, what is that? It's a Wrecker helmet. Yeah, with our other clones. As you can see back here, I got some Clone Wars variant ones with Phase 1 type of armor. Commander Gree back here. Republic Commandos are these blue ones right here. These ones are 332nd. They're coming in the new ATTE on August 1st, but that might not be the case with that set, because Lego.com for whatever reason apparently changed that from August 1st to coming soon. I will talk about that in a separate video. Geonosis, Kashyyyk, some Gungans. I know the lighting isn't the best, but I just want to give you a brief overview. Some Mandos back there, and plus, not to mention, we're like all the way, give you a little bit of reference, we're all the way back there. So yeah, I'll pull this out probably at a later date and a later time. I really just wanted to clean it up though. And then from there, aside from all these clones, we have our named minifigures, starting with Clone Wars, and then yeah, Clone Wars villains and that type of stuff here, and even more Clone Wars. Oh, and then we go to like Revenge of the Sith type of characters right here. Then we got Boba Fett prototype, which is pretty cool, and yeah, pretty self-explanatory. So aside from all that, I think the end determination, what I'm doing here with this stuff down here, this absolute disaster, I'm just straight up showing it. I'm not even like that ashamed of it, honestly, at this point. This here is simply going to stay this way until I get actual shelving all the way around. Like, not all the way around, but until our shelving situation's truly figured out here. And yeah, I'll be getting another shelf here to be adding on. I want to get 2 more, especially while they're on that discount still. I got these 2 on a discount at marked down from 35 down to 25 off of Target.com for this one and this one right here. And it's still having that same promotional deal, so I think it would be a shame if I didn't hop on that and get 2 more instead of just the one to finish off. We're gonna get 1 more right here, another one right here, and then from there we're going to start expanding on with the ones that are all going to be stacked up and lining the rest of the room right here. Especially for all things considered, that hitting these Jawas, all things considered, is that these are kind of like not the best shelves right here. These ones are going to be more hidden away and used for storage purposes, like I mentioned with these ones. I don't have anything really, but I have pick-a-brick cups here, a Lego head thing there, storage container, and then underneath our desk I got some stuff down here. Actually, I want to move these white containers though, and then yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, you guys get the general gist. Yeah, so from there, this here concludes our Lego room vlog here, as we were long overdue with cleaning this out. Probably our next update will be either talking about our city here and what we got going on here. You guys can clearly tell I'm transforming it and using it a little bit here. I think I already mentioned this already in a previous clip or at the beginning of the video, is that I wanted to be using this here for building this for as right now, because this is such a behemoth of a project, but also just maybe for other sets and that type of stuff. Because Rome wasn't built in a day, I don't plan out having this entirety of the city built like in the next week or something like crazy like that. Aside from getting more base plates, I have a bunch of other buildings that we're going to be acquiring throughout the next coming couple of months. So it's going to be a work in progress, and it's something I'm going to continue to update you guys here on the channel with as we go on and continue to work on this stuff and build this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to, stay subscribed, and hit the notification bell to be notified for when our new videos are coming out. We talk about all types of other Lego news, rumors, leaks, Lego vlogs like this one, where we're kind of just hanging out in our room here and working around the room. Also about our Lego city here, that there's honestly due for kind of like an update, I feel like. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Have a great one.